Yeah. It's not the most root-bound thing on the planet, but I highly doubt that all the water is penetrating into the bottom of this. So I'm going to start on it. Actually, I see some recesses here. I'm going to start. Just getting into it. Yeah. You can see I'm already cutting into some pretty big roots. But I'm not overly concerned with that. I'm trying to figure out as well, this is how far down this trunk goes. And the fact that I'm not hitting really solid roots till right here means it might be a longer trunk than I anticipated. So that's root hook to the rescue, I hope. I'm just gonna start slowly working away at this. It's a big mass. And it's not very radial, as you can imagine. Oof. Ooh. In fact, it's not even letting go, honestly. Oof. This may be a very, very difficult repot for me. Oof. Well, there we go. A little bit of forgiveness there. Yeah, this one's a real beast. There might be more than one root base in here too, so I'm not sure. See, I cut off some things and I assume they were from the same trunk, but that may not be the case. Oh man, this thing is not giving up its treasures easily. I really just want to get in here and see. I'm looking at the actual root base, or if there's more of the trunk that goes down. And that has proved to be extremely difficult. Ooh. I already tell I've got some funky roots in here, but that's fine. If I got roots from more than one tree, that would explain why it's being so difficult. A big trunk in here. Oh man. Ooh. Really big roots. Ooh, this might be really exciting. I was excited to have it just at the height it is, but if it's got a lot more trunk to give, ooh, it would really be cool. Forgive me, I'm still a little under the weather, so my usual banter is kind of lacking. Oof. But I've been excited for this one for a while. This is a nice tree, I think. At least it could be a nice tree. Certainly a nice size. I just don't know what I'm looking under the surface here. I'll admit, I've had some soft touch holly in the past and really didn't do well for me. When I repotted it, I tended to just want to give up and die. I'm hoping I do a better job with this repot. There we go. So this unwound a little better. Sure that I'll finish this up, post it, and the tree will be dead by the time you guys watch it. If that's the case. This thing's a real beast. Oh my gosh. I say I'm putting my shoulder to this. I mean, it's no joke. Trying to figure out how many root bases are actually in here too, because if there's more than one, I want to disconnect the old ones that have already been cut off. It's much easier said than done. But I don't know that they're separate. It might be the same tree. Do a little snip underneath here. Just give me some freedom of movement. Go. All right. I think I don't have a root base above here, so I'm going to cut off there. Oh man, this thing's a real beast. This is something else. So many roots in it. Oh. Go. Almost through. Whew. All right. Ooh, it doesn't look like much, but that was not easy at all. Gives me a lot more room to work with, though. fairly certain this is not good soil for this tree. I'm also fairly certain I haven't been able to get water down this bottom part for a long time now. You know how dry it really is. It's really dry. Oh man, you guys can't even see this, but it is a bear. I should probably check that, shouldn't I? Make sure you guys can see. Yeah, you can. Good. Barely, but you can see. I know I'm kind of breaking the rules by going in funny angles here, but I'm trying to find my way around these big roots. Just poke out soil. I'm not trying to tear things per se. Just not cooperating. I can hardly see what I'm working with here. It's a solid base. Whatever I'm working with. Can't tell how much is connected and how much isn't. That's the other thing. That's the real problem, is I can't see what I'm working with here. This thing's got so many roots. It's kind of like, oh my gosh. Very twisted. There we go, there's something. Still can't tell if that's one piece or if it's two. This one certainly feels like it's part of that trunk. I think it is. All right. I'm going to operate under the assumption these are connected. But I'm going to try to clear out enough. I can see they're part of an old trunk line or if they're part of the root base. Oh, that worked. Which I cannot see yet. Oh, man. Start clipping these big ones. Some semblance of visibility. This is a nasty one. Ooh. Certainly is. I don't want to cut out too much until I know exactly what I'm working with here. One of those few trees where you know that trunk line can be super, super low. The root flare, I should say. I want to cut off a really good root flare. I know it's not as likely. I'd really rather not do it. Ever. Nonetheless now. All right, this is, I'm not going to call it bizarre, but it's certainly formidable. I think if I cut this off too high up, I'll regret it. Do a little trim here. Those are crossing over regardless. I'd love to know if this is coming off of the main trunk or if it's a circling root, and I can't really tell yet. All right. I mean, it might just be a giant mass of roots in here. Yeah, didn't think I'd be doing this for this long. I was hoping this would be an easy one. No freebies for me, I guess. Yeah. I'm really curious about this one. I'm going to give this a rinse. I'll be right back. There's something else. I hate to say it, but this isn't even going to be, you can't see what I'm doing, but this is going to be near enough visibility to be able to tell what's going on here. So I'm back with it. I'm not sure it did me much good to do that. You can tell that it's still just a mass of roots. I can't see up, down, left, or right, you know? The only thing I can tell is there's big, big roots in here. They're going all over the place. And these are either fused or one. Same with this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take those down further. Ooh. So I can see a little bit more. As it is right now, I don't want those to grow. This is a lot. Is why I didn't want to all or nothing this, because it seems like got too much going on to do that. So this is a circling root. It's a girdling root, but it looks like it's fused. Either way, it might be too high. So it's coming out. I may regret that, but it's already started the process, you know what I mean? One comes up, up. It's pretty good, but then it curves under. Does it? No, it just terminates there. Even stranger. One comes around to the side. What's going on here? All right. So I think this is a separate tree. It's just fused. I don't think it's the same tree at all. Yeah, it's most certainly a separate tree. A little bit more, see if I can get any kind of progress. I had an idea this was a mess, but this is just something else. I'm spraying dirt and water everywhere. It's a blast. The roots heading every which direction. This thing is an absolute mess. I think this comes off of the trunk there. Just swoops around. Split that off. So that's connected to that one. That one seems to be fused. Of course, I have a branch right where I need to be really exerting force. Long sideways, I think. I really just can't make heads or tails of this thing. This is probably a terrible repot to post, but as a wise person once said, things don't always go to plan. So make your plans, but be prepared for anything to happen. That's a really funky root base. I can't even tell what it is I'm looking at right now. And if I could, I'll be able to tell you if it's good or bad or anything else. So I'm going to do a little bit of a, not a Hail Mary, but get a little bit crazy with this. Yeah. It's all kinds of funky. Sticking up funny. Use something that's probably ill-advised. I'm going to one-side this root base. These roots are all funny anyways, but I plan on cascading this, if you can imagine. And in this way, oh yes, oh. I'll be able to actually get an idea of how long the actual trunk is versus just being completely in the dark the whole time. All right, that actually did help me out quite a bit. Got a lot better visibility now. Oof. I think what it is that all of this is they're good roots. They're so funky, I can't do anything with them. It's a good thing I plan to cascade this. It's a good thing I didn't take off too many roots, because that would be pretty bad. I am going to take off some of these roots up here. So I might, let's see here. Here they are. These guys do a little bit of, you can imagine, the tree falls over. Kind of has some roots sticking up. Try to mimic that a little bit at least. The form of these. Ah, there's the bottom. Didn't want to do that, but that's okay. All right. If I was doing a regular tree, this would be a terrible idea. As it is, I always intended to do a cascade, so it's turned out okay. I got very lucky. It saved me a bunch of struggling with this thing, I think, to just do it this way. Seems to lend itself for so many reasons to being a Cascade, and I didn't, didn't know it, but very glad that I found it out. Trying to get all this old soil out. Again, that stuff's not good for my tree. All right. That's probably about as much soil as I'll be able to get out. But no, causing too much damage in here. So I've got it pretty well set up. Ooh. Let's see here. Trying to figure out now is just how well this will work, if it will at all. This may not be deep enough of a pot for this particular Cascade, which is fine. So I've got other pots. Leave it like that for this moment. I'm going to grab a different pot. Go. Let's see if it'll fit in here. That's a much smaller pot. That's okay. Yeah, that'll fit. What I'd love to do is get it in just like that. It's going to take a lot of soil. This root sticks up at a funny angle that I'm not going to be able to use, so I'm going to give it the no. Go. The trash. All right. We'll start off like this. Use these roots to kind of hold it up. I think that'll be good. Let me just put something in here. Let's see if this will work. It's gonna stay up. Nope, it'll 100% fall over if I do that, won't it? Just do. Huh. Get some screen in here. And I'll go from there. Ooh. Screen. Some soil at the bottom. Good. Hang on to that anyways. All right. Ooh. Some more soil at the bottom. Ooh. And some more soil at the bottom. Let's see how she looks. Now that I've gotten it to somewhat of a level. All right. Let's see if you can see, or if I can see. You can't see anything, can you? I gotta scoot it farther this way. All right. You know what? Ooh, I don't hate it. Yeah. I know this is very straight, but that's why I had that big wire. So, before I put that all the way in the pot, use my big wire. This is going to be a challenge for sure. I'm going to use actual wire cutters for this too, so I don't mess up my shears. All right. Oh, man. These are no joke. Oh, there we go. So I've got this. I'm gonna try to wrap this best I can. I do like this nice curve in it, of course. This is certainly the biggest wire I've ever attempted to bend a tree with. Oof. So this will be interesting. Oof, I might have gone a little too hard on it, but it's okay if I did. Oof. All right, there we go. Not sure anyone's gonna be proud of that, but you know, that is all right. So now I've got to try to put some movement into this. It immediately wants to break. All right, we're not going to go that way. So we're going to go down. This one. So someone could have warned me that holly is very brittle. Oof. Very, very brittle. Oh my gosh. It's not a whole lot, but it's some movement in there. Didn't mess up too much. All right. Is it? No. All right. Let's look at this again. Ooh. I guess that's why I don't see a lot of the other fellow creators with that holly. Ooh, this will be nice because I can use it to prop it up a bit. All right. How are we looking there, huh? Not a whole lot of movement. It looks a little bit less, you know, terrible. Nope. That didn't help very much at all, but that's okay. We're going to leave it there because otherwise I think I'm going to kill the tree, and I don't want to do that. So let's get this thing potted and hope it doesn't die. Since I just almost immediately broke it. Certainly need more bonsai soil in here before I started. This will be a challenge to get all packed in as well. I am very apprehensive of trying to do this without spilling it everywhere and still getting all the air pockets out. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Hope this tree doesn't die. It wasn't the most expensive tree, but I still like it. Yeah, I do still very much like it. Especially, so I don't know if using vet tape would have helped at all with that, but fairly certain this is just a very brittle type of tree considering what just happened. I hardly got any movement into it before it broke. And who knows, maybe it'll just make a really cool scar. There's a really cool scar on this branch here, so wouldn't mind if it just makes a really cool you know, feature. I don't mind gnarly old trees for sure. Of course, I used an entire bag of bonsai soil. And I haven't even finished filling all the recesses yet. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a challenge for sure. Oof. I wish I'd gotten more bonsai soil. So at this point, ooh, I'm already a little bit panicky about how little I've got left in this bag, and this is my last bag. Getting close to the end of this bag, and still a lot of space to be filled in. Oof. In fact, that is the end of the bag. Oh, here goes nothing. Turn this a little bit this way so I can work it in from this direction. All right, there's some progress right there. I may have had just enough. Just barely enough. Oof. Oh yeah, just barely enough, but just barely enough is still enough. Oof. All right, now I've got to be careful because these fine roots will want to dry out on me. Oof. So I've got to cut all the fine roots off that are above the surface, I think. Oof. Where's my... Somewhere under here. Here they are. All right. I know you want to keep as many fine roots as possible, but this is not worse than leaving them exposed. Even though exposed would be bad. I think, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of it has to do with surface area. And you increase the surface area, you increase the evaporation. So this will dry out so quickly if I leave all these fine roots out here. I'm gonna take them all back. Might be a couple sticking up, but a couple is not the same as all of them. It is attached, but I don't like how it's attached, so it's coming out. All right. This is what happens when Taco's not feeling great, but he still wants to do bonsai. Pretty sure I just killed this tree. But if I didn't, cool. Be a nice tree someday. All right. Well, let's see if you can see that. All right. So this is our, we call it a Cascade Holly. We'll see how it does. It'll go outside. It'll get a very thorough watering. And we'll see if she lives. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to let you watch anymore. Thanks and have a great day.